Thank you, Lee, for the introduction. It's a real honor and pleasure for me to be here this evening for this beautiful event, California Healing. And wow, what a beautiful theme, healing. And that's which is quite dear to my heart, very close to my heart. And I think that's what our planet needs today, a lot of healing and love. And yes, and beautiful light shining through it. So yeah, I just want to take some time to just say that there's a lot of things happening in our world, and a lot of emotions we're all going through. But it's okay. It's okay to go through those emotions, the grief, the sadness. During this chaos, because that's part of our human experience, is to go through these feelings and emotions. And once we process them, we can really get to the other side, which is love, which is really love and our true divine nature, right? Our true innate way of being is we are love. So with that, I would just like to say that let's take some time and send some open up this sacred space and take some time to send some healing and love to all our brothers and sisters across the world who are actually going through so much. As we gather here today, there's so much happening in our world. So let's just, I invite you to place your hands on your heart and just take some deep breaths into your heart space. Take a deep breath in. Take another breath in. And breathe out. One final time. Breathe in. And breathe out slowly. And just stay in that heart space, in your beautiful divine heart, your sacred heart, and just see that light inside you radiating, that beautiful diamond light which is just radiating within you. Send that out, that light, that beautiful love, the pure divine light out into our beautiful planet, to all our brothers and sisters who are suffering today. We're going through so much. And let's say some prayers for them, that we all come through this together in oneness, in unity, and come to the other side where there is so much love, so much beauty, and so much abundance just waiting for us. Together we can all do this. Yes, so just stay there for a few moments with that beautiful radiant light glowing inside you. Just feel it and experience it. Slowly just come back to your awareness. Come back to this sacred space that we're in here together. And slowly open your eyes. Thank you so much for creating a sacred space here with me. So so I just want to tell you that, although we're going through so much, it's so, we can get overwhelmed with all this emotions happening around us, everything, all the events. So it's so important to come back to our center, to our heart space. And it's so important, to come back into balance so that we can actually go through our day-to-day life of living, with joy and love. And just stay in that pure love space. So how we feel inside actually is how we ripple that love and grace and beauty out into the world. So, I love to tell people that be the love that you want to see in the world. So I'm here today just to introduce you to one of the tools, modalities of Qigong. It's called Qigong, which helps you bring you into your balance, into your center. So if you're feeling a lot of emotion, because we can have anger come into us, which is okay, which is fine. The important thing is to process it, to know, to feel that it is there, the anger is there, and how do I process it? So once we process it, we've transmuted, this feeling, this negative emotion, we can then create that space in our heart and our body for more love and joy and happiness. So Qigong is one of the practices which you can practice daily, and it's a very old, ancient practice from China. It's actually 1,600 years old, and it was invented or founded by a physician and master. His name was Wato, and so Wato was a physician, and he was working with these 5 animals: the tiger, the deer, the bear, the crane, and the monkey. So why did he choose these animals? Because those were the animals that were around in his vicinity. So he actually spent years studying and observing these animals and looking at how these animals are correlated or connected to our anatomy. So for example, he discovered that the tiger is connected to the liver. So the emotion the tiger kind of represents is anger. And we can embody the energy of the tiger in our daily practices to actually transmute and transform that negative emotion, which is anger, and come out the other side into calmness, peace, and focus. Because the tiger has these very focused eyes, and it's really very, very kind of highly focused. So that's our intention with Qigong, to transmute these negative energies and come back to a space of calmness, peace, love, and joy. Okay, so I invite you to do these practices with me.
I think on the mic.
Oh,
What are
okay,
you going to start?
So we're going to just start with first balancing, coming into balance. So bringing the energy into balance, and that's basically it's called regulating the breath movement. Okay, so I invite you to stand up and do these practices.
Are you going to start with an animal?
First, I'm going to just regulate the breath, and then I'll start with the tiger.
Okay, so if you want, stand up, and we're going to regulate the breath.
Okay, so your feet are hip width apart. Hands, the palms facing up, and bring them up. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And release everything that does not serve you and give it to Mother Earth. Okay, so we start with the regulating of the breath to come into balance and focus. Yeah. And the first movement I'd like to show you is of the tiger. So as I mentioned, Wato, the man who discovered or invented this practice, so he correlated the qualities of these animals to our organ, to emotions, to the seasons, for example. And the tiger is connected to our liver, the energy of the tiger, and the emotion is anger. So we can actually release the anger when we're feeling angry during the day, or at the end of the day, we've had a bad day, we can come home and practice this, embody the tiger, and release the anger. So basically, again, the standing
Feet apart.
Feet width apart, and then you make the tiger
Claws.
So what we do is come up, and then release. So this movement is called the tiger hunting for food. Okay, so let's do it again. Okay, one more time. Yeah, so when you're making that sound, you're actually releasing that anger. And anger is stored in the liver, so when you release it, you actually have a healthy liver. So these practices actually support our health. They bring everything into balance. The reason disease is caused within our body is because energies are out of balance, some emotions are out of balance. So these animals, they really, if we embody them in our daily lives, they can help us release these negative emotions and bring the positive emotions back into our body so we can live a happy and balanced life, and a healthy life, right? So the next movement I'd like to demonstrate is of the crane.
The crane.
Okay, so the crane is all about sadness and grief. So if you're going through some emotions, some situation which involves grief, for example, it's really important to embody the crane in your daily practice. And grief is stored in our lungs, in our heart. And the metal that's associated with grief or with the crane is metal, the element. It's metal because metal is heavy. And when we are sad and we're experiencing grief, there's a lot of heaviness, right, in our lungs and within our heart. So it's so important to release that so we can actually have healthier lungs, and a healthy life, healthy body. So the first movement of the crane is opening and closing of the wings. Okay, it's a very elegant and majestic bird. So you stand with one foot in front of you, and with the hands we're going to, first with the palms facing upwards, and then we lift and bring our hands together and bring them in and open our wings. Okay? So breathe in and breathe out. With the other leg, other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe out, come back gently to the center. Okay, so that was the crane opening and closing its wing. The next movement is the crane stretches up and down. So with the hand form, this is the hand form of the crane. The ring finger and the middle finger are down and out, and you've got the index and the pinky and the thumb. They're facing upwards. So this is kind of the movement, right? So with the next exercise, we actually sit, it's called in Qigong, sit in the hua, which is like you're sitting on a high stool, and you have a kind of crease here, you're just sitting with your legs knees slightly bent, but you can still see your toes, right? So this is called sitting in the hua. So we sit in the hua with our hand forms, with the crane, and then we open and stretch. We bring them up and then down. Okay, so breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, movement where we lift one leg up. So crane standing on one leg. Okay. All right, so we sit in the quiet, okay, with the hand form of the crane, and then we open our wings and lift up. And then breathing. And breathe. One more time. Breathing. And breathe. And now the other side, the other leg. Breathing. So that was crane standing on one leg. And the last movement of the crane is the crane splashing in water. It's called flustering its feathers. So just imagine you have a body of water here around you, and we're going to sort of use the water to cleanse our body, and then the crane shivers at the end, okay? So we kind of, again, sit in the quiet, and open our hands, and let's splash the water in front of us. Splash, splash. Bring it to the center, bring the energy to the center, and to the middle, to your heart and lungs. And then as you come up, you stand on your toes, bring your arms down and go, shiver. Because the water is very cold, right? Okay. And also as you make the sound, you're releasing the energy, you're releasing your grief, right? Okay, let's do that. I think that's fun. Let's do that, okay? Let's splash. Okay. Splash, splash. Bring that beautiful energy of the water all around your body. And as you come up, stand on your toes, bring your arms down. Okay, one last time. Splash, 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 splash. Thank you. And one for the last movement. That's the movement of the monkey. The monkey is very joyous, right? And full of love and laughter. So I thought it would be a great way to finish my Qigong practice, and then then you go off and have your fun and laughter during the night. And once we've released all these negative emotions, we've created space for in our body for more love and joy and abundance to flow through us. Okay, so we can live an abundant and joyful life. So the monkey is all about love and joy. So the first movement I'm going to show you is the monkey picking fruit. These are the monkey paws. So we kind of, when you can make some, I can't make a lot of sound, but as you close them, you should be able to hear like a click, right? So this says you put one hand at the side with the monkey paw, and with the other one, we're going to pick fruit. So we're going to go actually like this. It's going to go 1, 2, and 3. On the third one, we lift our leg. Okay, ready? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the monkey's looking around, everybody looking, watching, as he's stealing the fruit. The monkeys love to eat everything they can find. Berries, bananas. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And the last one is the monkey scratching its head. Did you know that when monkeys scratch their head and they're going into a new tribe, for example, they actually go in before they enter the tribe, they scratch their heads, which is a sign of peace, which means I come in peace. So I think our politicians could do with that, learning from the monkeys, right? Okay, so we're going to kind of jump side to side, and we're going to scratch our head. So with one hand, we scratch our head, and with the other hand, we scratch here the side of the ribs, yeah? Okay, so let's go. Okay. Go down if like. Thank you. Thank you so
Oh,
much. Yes, I wish you a beautiful evening. As I mentioned, as the famous Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. And my message is be the love you want to see in the world.
Ami Sohi, everyone. Thank you. Anyone who's